Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a team from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. From the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Spartans headed quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Still running at the 40. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The green and white love that tough guy reputation, and they're getting it done on the ground.
Nah, that's exactly who this program is. That's what they're built on. Every team you go back in the history of Michigan State, you're going to find what? A bell cow running back that you can feed.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll leave it with him. And some room to work. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Spartans have this offense rolling. The lone back's got it. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Right back to him on the ground. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
You're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
Quarterback now breaking the field. The throw. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Sparty. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Finds his big tight end. He gets it in there for the 2-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
On the double.
Looking for space. It's Hardy. Got the 1st down and more.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
To the ground. He's got it again. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking left. He caught it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And I'm going to keep finding these matchups with my great players in the slot so they can go get me big plays like this. I create matchup nightmares for a defense, and I get it to one of my best players consistently.
Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
So they chose to just go ahead and kick it, so they're still down by 1. Fielded in the end zone, it's McCray. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Childs. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Missouri! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Spartans come to the line in the hurry up. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Parachek. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Dropping back, it's Childs. Forced out of the pocket. Unleashes one. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Marsh. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab, it's a 1st down. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marsh. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And that's a deflating end for this defense to the first half. You're trying to hold them to at least a field goal attempt, make the clock maybe run out, use it against them. They couldn't do it. They couldn't stop this offense, and that quarterback just delivered and took the momentum in this football game.
He makes his way into the end zone, and they've got a 2-point lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught near the sideline, it's Hardy. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Where he's just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Manning. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
He has shown you why he's so versatile as a strong safety. This is a guy that we've seen come down to the box, support the run. He can tackle out in space, but he's also really good on the back end in coverage. That time in the cover, too.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it, so the windows are not going to be...
He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive. Just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Took care of it himself. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more
There he goes! And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. He has the first and still on his feet. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Off the play fake. Got the quick pass. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Buying some time. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, But he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
691, Gators Farm.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And a nice job slipping in the screen. Like, you got to know the situation when those pass rushers, Palmer, are going to come upfield and those situations when you can take advantage of the defense.
Yeah, I would love a David Pollock just running at me free and then finding a way to negotiate the throw around a guy that just knew he was going to be getting a sack. That feels so good. Complete the screen and keep the drive alive.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tiger. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Looking to throw. Extending the play. Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack thwarts the 2-point try. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Number 19, set to advance.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field.
42, Spider.
Looking for room, it's Hardy. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Missouri wants to go fast.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off play action. Pocket breaking down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
Coming up, 4th down.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. Back to pass, it's Childs. Got it set up on the outside. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. This quarterback part of their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Bullard. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looks as if he's going to run it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, they came into this game believing they could run the football in critical down and distances, and they did it right there on that 4th down.
And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback will keep it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Critical juncture of the game late, and you're trying to find your best one-on-one matchup to take advantage of. Of course, it's the tight end. With his size, his wingspan, and his athleticism, really good decision by the quarterback at a crucial juncture in this game.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. A designed run for the quarterback. Into the end zone he goes for the 2-point conversion, and the lead is 4. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
I gotta say, watching this guy run has given me PTSD from when I played against Michigan State back in college, and they had a big old running back named T.J. Duckett that was wearing our defense down. He got stronger and stronger as the game went on. This guy has a little bit of that in him, too.
Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the back. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. This offense wants to send a message on the opening drive of the game. No punting today. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking down the middle. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Not even 2 minutes in, and they're already in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. To the air on 1st down. He He's got him. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Trying to keep this drive alive. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Childs. He's got it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The offense in hurry-up mode. They'll leave it with the lone back. And it's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quick completion on the out route. After the filthy move, he's got room. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well. And he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
So now it's 2nd and long. On the run, it's Hardy. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Number 19, set to kick this one off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Going to the running game. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Now improvising. He turning it on. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
To the ground with the back. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try the run. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. They'll try to power their way ahead. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. Off play action on first down. Keeps looking downfield. Sails one into the middle. Touchdown, Sparty! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. To the air, it's Childs. He gets it into the end zone, and he gets the 2.
That's tough to defend, right? Going 5 wide, spreading us out across the field. These windows become a little bit bigger when you do that. They were able to convert, and as a result, they walk away with 8 points on the drive.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. On the ground, it's Hardy. Look out, he's got room. Wide open spaces. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively.
Touchdown, Missouri! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Here's the handoff. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Spartans are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to...
Oh, he's got some space. And they get him down.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the single back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Offense, quick tempo. Leaves it with the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball.
He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got...
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Lost a throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Fires the pass. Intercepted.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Back to throw. It's Childs. Pucks it out of the air. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football.
And that ball is live in the backfield.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Spartans moving quickly to the line. Quarterback keeps it. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Belling. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. He's looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They'll immediately call timeout. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Spartans!
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a 1-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
Looking to pass. It's Childs. Got his man on the right. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the two-pointer is no good. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Leaves it with the back. Trucks through the defender. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll try to get the first through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Off the play fake on first down. Throws for the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He's brought down a short return, and the defense comes out on top of the pick.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on, man. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
You